Thank you.
Welcome to another part of my Indian aviation vlogs, flying AirAsia today, but because this series was such a huge success, I have a little surprise for you guys. Hey there, and sorry for the interruptions, but I want to give away those stickers because you guys have been so supportive of the Indian aviation series. So all you have to do is just leave a like, leave a comment, it doesn't matter what it is, and I'm going to send a few of those stickers out to you guys. Now enjoy the Airbus A320 review of AirAsia.
Guys, beautiful good morning from what I think is India's most beautiful, most convenient airport. Today we're flying AirAsia India all the way to Delhi, and the airline made a few headlines just recently because of another YouTuber. So let me tell you the story, and then we're gonna go check in and see what the AirAsia experience is all about.
AirAsia is one of the biggest and most successful airlines in the world. Originally founded in 1993 as a Malaysian low-cost carrier, the airline seemed to fail until it was bought by Tony Fernandes in 2001. Ever since, he turned the airline into one of the biggest and most popular low-cost carrier in the world. It didn't take long for the airline to venture into new markets such as Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, or India. AirAsia was the first foreign airline to set up a subsidiary in India and marked the return of Tata to the aviation industry in 2014 after 60 years. In June 2020, the YouTuber and pilot Gaurav Tanja, or better known as the Flying Beast, came forward accusing the airline of breaching safety protocols. Allegedly, AirAsia asked its pilots to perform landings in Flight 3 settings in order to save fuel, which though jeopardizes the safety of the passengers. He has been suspended ever since, and millions have watched his videos, damaging the reputation of the airline. Now, it's my turn to take a trip from Bangalore to Delhi. First of all, the airline had no idea that I was coming. I didn't announce myself, and this experience is as authentic as it could possibly be.
I like coconut water though.
Pardon?
Coconut water, I love. It's my favorite.
I like it.
It's the last seat you assign. Awesome, beautiful. Thank you so much. So I got everything, eh? Have a good day. Bye.
My check-in experience was an absolute pleasure, and I encountered one of the nicest agents at the counter who was super helpful and put a huge smile on my face.
So the domestic part of the Bangalore airport is just as beautiful as the international terminal. A really stunning airport, which they're extending now as well. There's going to be a new terminal built because this is the third busiest airport in India. Through my priority pass I could enter the lounge, but going to a lounge in India is like you go from a less busy place, the airport terminal, into a very busy, crowded environment, because literally everyone has lounge access in India. Like, you get it with your birth certificate. The moment you get born, you get like lounge access in India because they have all the cards, American Express priority pass. Literally, the queues are always very long. So the lounge situation here in India is always very difficult.
It was then time to head to my gate, and we were in for a bus boarding today, my least favorite. Bangalore is AirAsia's main hub, and most of its fleet is operating from here. Pre-pandemic, Bangalore handled over 30 million passengers a year, making it the third busiest in India. Cool fact, the entire airport is fully solar powered. Great achievement. And welcome on board AirAsia India, which has a fleet of 28 320ceos with 180 seats, as well as 5 320neos with 186 seats. Most seats are identical, unless you're willing to pay an additional fee to sit on one of the hot seats, which come with extra legroom. So guys, and welcome on board the 320 of AirAsia. It's a CEO, so not the Neo, the current engine option. Had a rather lovely welcome by the crew at the door. So the streak is going to continue of very nice AirAsia staff.
And originally I picked a seat in the back, I think it was 31F, but because the lady was so nice at the check-in counter, she said, like, if you want to have a row to yourself, I'm gonna assign the emergency row to you, like 12F. Though I paid for it, right? I paid for the whole red carpet service, priority boarding, of food and all these kind of things, which means I didn't have to pay any extra, because usually those hot seats, they're called, they come with an additional fee, but that was all included in my fee. And now I really hope that this row is going to stay empty as well. But so far, so good. Really lovely. On-time boarding, no delays. It looks very slick.
AirAsia is a budget airline, so don't expect any frills, in-flight entertainment, a lot of leg room, or even a recline. But that's the price you pay if you fly budget airlines. But for the great fare I paid, I've no complaints.
So even frequent flyers like me, we do mistakes sometimes. I was actually sitting on 14F, which wasn't my assigned seat. I was sitting on 12F, so the camera crew came just to me and she said, I think there's a bit of confusion. You were sitting on the wrong seat. And I checked my boarding pass. I actually is taking the wrong seat of another passenger. Good thing of this is now I actually do have a own row all to myself. So yeah, that all worked out in everyone's favor, I guess.
We then pushed back and made our way to the runway for an on-time departure to Delhi.
So as shown earlier in the video, a lot was said about whether AirAsia India is safe or not. And being outspoken on YouTube, myself doing that quite often, it does lead to improvements, which I've experienced myself, whether I talk about the Singapore case or Malaysia Airlines. Airlines take note, airlines take, if justified, they take actions, right? And perhaps that video and the whole outcry putting the safety of AirAsia into the spotlight, it might has improved something. It has brought some positive change to it. You know, I'm not a pilot and I don't have a knowledge about flap setting and all these kind of things, so I can't judge. However, I can judge cabin safety and on no other Indian airline it was as hard and intensively communicated and being very vocal as here on my flight today. When we got the briefing for the emergency row, it was very vocal, it was very intense. Something, for example, when you watch my Bulgaria Air video, the crew didn't do at all, right? So speaking of safety. And also when we were taxiing for the runway, a very observant crew, a very vocal crew, making sure that all the guidelines, all the rules are followed. That is my impression. I have an eye for this, you know, and I'm very, I wouldn't say anal, but I'm very worried about cabin safety, because I think it's very essential in the case of an emergency that we're all ready, because it comes down really to a few seconds and it comes down to the details. So in this airline, with the crew, on this flight, I was very much impressed. And that being said, I don't want to say Flying Beast was wrong. Maybe I say his video has brought some change to the culture in the airline, because sometimes I have heard stories from AirAsia, Malaysia or Indonesia about cases where the crew wasn't 100% aware of what was going on and weren't able to handle those situations. So, God knows, sometimes when you speak out, you whistle blow, and you're being trying to be constructive, it can change an airline culture. It can bring positive changes. So this is my observation, which I wanted to share, and this is how I feel on this flight. And this particular crew seems to be very, very experienced, very vocal, and very strongly so doing their job, which I appreciate. So anyways, I ordered some fruit, or pre-ordered some food, which should be served any second. So next up, food review. So what didn't seem to be working on Indigo worked perfectly fine on AirAsia. My pre-ordered meal is sitting right in front of me, some chicken paratha. On Indigo it didn't work. I pre-ordered a meal and I only got cup noodles. Looks lovely. Also, I gotta admit, I'm not that hungry, so if I don't finish it, don't be too harsh on me. But yeah, once again, crew is very lovely, very kind, very professional, just very much doing their job in a very lovely manner. It doesn't feel like a budget airline. They're really, really super lovely to me. And now, let's see what it tastes like. I hope it's not going to be too spicy. You guys know that I can't take spice, but it looks delicious. So let's dig in. Thank you. So lovely meal, not too spicy. Now you guys know what time it is. It is time for the loo review.
Before we head to the loo, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and if you are subscribed, please hit that notification bell. Thank you.
So guys, this is it inside the loo of the Airbus A320-200. If you've always been wondering for most of your life what it looks like here on an AirAsia lavatory in the back, I can tell you there's nothing interesting other than they're playing radio. What's this? Taylor Swift. They're playing Taylor Swift. That's not bad. So if you ever happen to travel on AirAsia, there's music in the lavatory.
It was then time to start our descent into Delhi, and I hope we landed with the right flap settings. I know that was a bit of a lame joke. Couldn't help it. Sorry.
Thank you. All right. All right, thank you. No, thanks for the great flight, and I can't wait to share the video with everyone. Right?
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Oh God, crew was so nice, so lovely. So I'm already getting told off by security, I should hurry up. But it was a fantastic flight, I really enjoyed it. So now, let me summarize the flight. It was amazing, it was beautiful. They told me that there might be a merger between Air India Express and AirAsia, the brand. So there's definitely going to be a change next year to the airline, but definitely whoever's going to take over or whatever's going to happen, keep those boys and girls. They did a fantastic job. As I said, I explained it all throughout the video. This is it, guys. This was my last domestic flight here in India. My next flight is leaving India on the Dreamliner of Vistara in business class to Frankfurt. So if you don't want to miss out on that video, subscribe right now. And guys, wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.